What is good, everybody, and welcome to Between Frets, a space where female musicians meet and discuss all things music. You know who this is, Shorny Shorn, back in full effect, and it's going to be a very good show for you because we're now season 5. We're going to take it up a little notch on the season. And also, for me, I'm actually feeling really good. I feel real good. I'm happy. I'm in such a good mood. I'm enjoying, well, actually, I'm going to be honest. Happy I am losing weight. I'm in a special weight loss journey that I've been working so hard. And this definitely will help me as a musician and an artist that I can stay in shape and not breathing so hard that I won't pass out while I'm on stage, and hopefully everything that's opened up. Speaking of this COVID-ness, since make sure y'all check the CDC website on when are y'all eligible to be vaccinated. You know, most of the musicians, we definitely need to be vaccinated because gigs, we travel from state to state, so we want to make sure that everybody gets vaccinated, even we don't want to. And hate needles, like myself, I hate needles. But it's worth it. Check out my song, Self Assured. It's going very well. Hopefully you'll be able to use it with me soon. I'm still working plans on that, so make sure you follow my social media and you know when that's going to happen. Really. And also prepare for new music for me. Yeah, I am going to release another single pretty soon. So follow my social media. Pay attention to my social media because it'll be a surprise. I'm probably not going to tell you when it's going to be released yet because I had to do some finalized touches on it. And let's just say very fun and upbeat, which I love upbeat songs, but this is like one of the great songs that I ever encounter of. But I didn't produce this track, no. But the lyrics and my creativity of creating the lyrics and the melody of the song is really great. So make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you follow us, Fret Sisters, in Instagram and Facebook. Also, big shout out to not only for myself and Jen, we represent Fret Sisters, being part of the Women's History Month last month for our Gear Talk videos and our Tone Talk interviews on our on Guitar Girl magazine. So big shout out to Gabby, Guitar Gabby, for getting us the opportunity to share our tone, our gear to the world so we can know how our tones really work when we perform on stage and everything like that. So that's a great experience to use for. And yeah, so make sure you follow us, social media. Check out our website at www.fretsisters.com. All our podcast episodes is going to be released up in the website. Video wise, we're putting more videos in there as well, the video portions of the podcast as well, on our websites as well. If you have any suggestions, any new ideas that will kind of help us take that next level up as for Fret Stitchers, just holler at us, DM us on Instagram and email us, and we definitely will take the suggestions very to heart because it helps us make us feel better, make us better as not only a business but a great opportunity for you to share your voice as a woman in the music industry. So I will go get my tea together, and when we come back, we will sit in with New York guitarist, very talented guitarist, Julia Levin. So keep watching. Bye.
back. Our guest today is a guitarist and instructor from the NYC. And believe me, if you see some of her videos on YouTube and her Instagram, you'll be ending up having like this wild emoji on your face, like your jaw's gonna drop the way she plays. Believe me, I was shocked too when I just saw these videos like a few minutes ago before I got on here. So please welcome my guest, Julia Levin. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello, thanks for having me.
No problem. We really appreciate it. When I found out on our group text and our email that we have you, I was so shocked because like your skills when you play guitar, and I saw your fingering and I was shocked because I was like, man, can I be in that level? Like I've been still learning for like over 17 years and I still couldn't get it. What? So let's start from the beginning. Like what makes you want to pick up the guitar and just like play? Like I just have in your mind, like I want to play so bad.
Honestly, I mean, sometimes if I just see my guitar in the room, I'm just automatically just so gravitated towards it. Like I have to like play it. I don't know. Even if it sounds like garbage at first, like I'm like, I have no inspiration or whatever. A lot of times I just pick up my guitar and just to like see if I can come up with something, like, cause I don't know. Sometimes I have like random grooves in my head. Also a lot of the time, like I'll just put on my favorite players or like musicians that I really like, and I'll think of like a groove or something. And I just like have to play it. I have to like see if I can come up with something like that. I don't know. Honestly, I think I just like all the time, I just have little things in my head. And then whenever I see my guitar in the corner of I'm in my music like studio room right now. I just like pick it up. I don't know. It's like all day. It's nice because I'm on Zoom. So when I'm in class, I can just tilt the camera up and play guitar and no one can see.
I wish I could do that in class. Because I just like, I really love your mindset of just picking up the guitar. It's just kind of hard for me to have that mindset when you doing all other things and you all running around with the chicken with the head cut off. And I was like, I wish I just had that mindset because sometimes I don't. But that's a great that you have like that mindset, and that really helps motivates me and motivates any person that is watching this saying, I just want to pick up this guitar and just play. I don't really care if I miss a note or not. I want to just feel the strings and feel what's coming out of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So what influenced you when you first started playing guitar?
Well, I played violin for 4 years before I played guitar. And I didn't really like violin because I didn't listen to the music I was playing. So that was always strange to me because I was like, it's cool to be making music, but I don't actually have any connection to these songs. But during that time I was listening to starting to listen to like Jimi Hendrix and like AC/DC and like all the classic rock stuff. And I was like, I just want to play. I want to be able to play that. And then also I started playing when I was like 10 about, like, that's when I started taking lessons. And I was also like super obsessed with Hannah Montana. And I was like, I want to be just like her, even though I kind of realized that she wasn't the one playing the guitar. She was just kind of holding it to look cool, but whatever, that's what like got me playing for real. And then I realized, because when I started playing violin, I was like, or towards the end of playing violin, I was like, maybe I'm not musical or don't like music, but it was just that violin wasn't my thing. Because when I started guitar, I was like, oh, I actually love music. It was just not the right instrument.
Some of the videos that I saw was when you was on YouTube and you was in like a couple videos from the Norman's Rare Guitar Store. And
mm-hmm.
Out of those two, I saw the video you was playing this 1960 Fender Strat.
Yeah.
And also is another vintage 1950 Telecaster, which I love. And when you was started playing it, the one that you did that R&B groove, I was like, okay, once I get done here, I'm gonna go and watch this video again and try to mimic that riff. Cause I was like trying to look at it, I'm trying to look at your hands. I was in here trying to like hear your sound and I say you like finger pick most of the time because I do finger picking and I don't use the picks as much. But when I saw you, it was kind of hard for me to switch from finger picking with the pick in the hand because I'm afraid I will drop it.
Yeah.
But I was like looking at that video and I was like, I need to learn that and probably post it on Instagram. And you. So I was like, oh, I learned something that I never done before in my life.
That would be awesome. Yeah. That was so fun. If I'm remembering correctly, I think all the chords from that, it was all based off of What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. It was all the same chords. I just kind of changed up the groove a little bit, but that's pretty much all it was.
Oh, yay. I love Marvin Gaye. So you know that we are gearheads and we like to see, or like you tell us what's your rig setup. So like when you like doing your gigging or your recording or anything like that, can you just like tell us a little bit about your setup?
Yeah, I'm not a huge like gearhead, mostly because I just haven't played enough stuff, I think. But I really I have like a distortion pedal and a wah pedal, like Crybaby wah pedal that I always have. Lately, since I can't really play with a band that often, I just have my loop pedal for just coming up with like tracks and like backing tracks almost, and then playing with that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like to. I have a Roland Blues Cube, and the tone is like it's just so clean and like it's kind of like a fat sound, like very warm. I mean, yeah, if I turn up the treble and stuff, it can be kind of like trebly and crunchy and stuff. But overall, like I just turn on the amp and it sounds really nice. I try to keep my setup very minimal.
Just keep it a little simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like some of like it's kind of like amazing that they have like good tones and sounds from small little amps, just like that from a cube. And I also have like a Black Star Fly 3, and I get shocked every time these little small amps comes to so much power and good from these small amps. I got shocked. I was like, I don't need my amp anymore. I got this small little amp, and all you need is just put the microphone on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
So also I want to know what do you have like a practice routine or anything that will kind of like keeps your very precise and keep in shape with your fingers and dexterity and stuff?
Yeah, it kind of changes because like the first half of the year, I'm a senior in high school, so I was auditioning for music schools and stuff. So my practice routine was all geared towards like the auditions and stuff, because they ask you to do lots of different like scales and arpeggios and whatever. And now what I'm kind of doing is, I warm up playing like major scales, minor scales, Mixolydian, and then sometimes I play the modes. I play them in fourths all around the neck. Just try to play them as fast as I can to turn up the metronome a little bit more each day. And that I think helps my fingers just move faster, because I try to play all these licks when I'm coming up with grooves that are a little bit faster than I can pick with my right hand. So just like using pull-offs and hammer-ons with the scales. And then I, practice arpeggios. Usually I have a few songs that I like try to learn and like break it up. So I learn the chords, then I learn what scales go over each chord, just so I can like learn how to improvise over them. It kind of depends. But then also in my practice routine, no matter what, even if it's in the beginning or the end, I will put on a song that I really like. Lately it's been Dua Lipa's new album, Future Nostalgia. I'm obsessed with it. I'll just hit shuffle and just play along to it. Just so even if the practice session wasn't that great, I'll still feel good about that one song, that one like jam or something. or just a backing track on YouTube. So that's kind of what it's like now. Before it was like a little bit more rigorous because I was trying to get into schools. But yeah.
So like just picking a song and improvising, that's kind of like your favorite part of your routine.
Yeah. If my guitar teacher was listening, he'd be like, really should be playing your scales. But yeah, it's definitely just putting on a song and seeing, because I also try to do that to train my ear better, because I'm trying really hard to become a better player by ear, even though obviously reading and like I don't really read tabs. I try not to, but like, you know, whatever type of what is it, like just reading for guitar, or like looking up chords, like that's great, but I'm trying to just get better at hearing it and being able to play it. So that's part of why I put on those like pop songs and stuff.
Yeah, some of those songs it's kind of hard to look up for in chords and tabs because I had to do the same thing. And some of the songs is like, okay, some of these chords might be, these tabs probably was wrong. I was like, I'm just gonna put it up here and then double check whatever they put up to see if it's right. Because sometimes some things online, they be wrong.
Yeah.
So it's kind of great that you to train your ear, listen to these great songs, and also it helps challenging yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
When COVID-19 hit and we were all quarantined and everything came from the stop musically, what have you been doing lately besides school that will help you keep you insane?
That helps keep me sane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely playing guitar. I mean, seriously, if I didn't have like music and like playing stuff, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go crazy. But also like during COVID, it's actually kind of crazy because like that was a whole year ago, and even then I just didn't really feel like I was that good at guitar. I didn't really know what to practice. I didn't know what kind of music I was that like into, like playing wise and stuff. And I guess over the past year, I just started practicing a lot, listening to a lot of new music. I started really getting into like funk and R&B, and just started developing that more. And I think that's part of what kept me sane, because I was like, even though we were stuck at home and it felt like everything stopped, personally, I felt like I was just like turning into a completely like new kind of musician, which like kind of just transformed how I like view everything now in terms of like playing, or just like even connecting with other musicians and playing with people. Like yeah. And then also what was it? I kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, I guess that's what really kept me sane. And like now that's kind of what's keeping me sane still, is I also like making videos on like TikTok and Instagram and like all that stuff. That's all I learned over quarantine, was how to produce like videos in Final Cut. And I started learning how to use Logic. Like I didn't even have any of that stuff before. I didn't understand what it was. So I just kind of started messing around with that, and making videos became like my thing over quarantine. And then I started teaching like some lessons over Zoom, which has been great. I'm still teaching lessons now, which is really awesome. So yeah, it's kind of been a big year guitar wise, even though COVID was like horrible being stuck inside. But yeah.
I just hope everything's opening up, because right now it's slowly opening back up.
Yeah.
And a lot of people be happy about getting gigs and stuff like that. But it's kind of great to just put a pause button for a moment and see if you can do something to improve. Because the next time you go out, you will be a whole person with a different level. You'll be up in the next level than you were.
Yeah.
So, do you like any advice you like to give, like to aspiring female musicians, or any advice that you have been giving your students that wants to start out in this industry?
Yeah, I think one thing that like I try to do with like my music, or when I teach people or whatever, is just be like, first of all, it's totally fine to like fail or feel like you're not that good or whatever, because when I first started, I was so intimidated and like, I mean, I still get intimidated, you know, mostly like it's a male dominated industry. We all know that. Like, but that's not, yes, we're progressing in that, which is amazing. And I'm seeing so many more female guitarists, bassists, musicians in general. But there's always going to be guys who are annoying and like going to make you feel like you're not good enough or you don't belong, like in Guitar Center even, or like, you know, playing classic rock or whatever. And all that's just bullshit. Like it means nothing. And you just got to like do what you like, play the music you like. Don't get it. Like I constantly had people being like, oh, why are you playing this? You should be learning how to do it like this. Oh, why don't you play? Well, you know what I mean? Because everyone has an opinion or whatever. Think of the music you like, do that, play that. Like it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be joyous and exciting. It's not supposed to be this chore or like intimidating thing that like you have to be good at or you have to be like, or not good at, but like the best at. Like it's, yes, if you want to do it professionally, you know, you gotta get some skills, but just like have fun and don't entertain the assholes who are like trying to tell you not to for some reason, you know what I mean? And then the other, that's like my, I guess, advice towards just being a girl who plays guitar. Also, I never really had any female guitarists that I even knew about until I did a TEDx talk about female guitarists in 2019, and I like learned about so many insane people, like female artists, like, you know, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Lita Ford. It's just, I mean, that world is amazing. But yeah, when I was younger, I just didn't really have like kind of role models like that. And I think it's kind of awesome that there's so many that are just like kind of surfacing. Not that they were not ever around, because they were. I think they were just constantly overshadowed by these other guys who are also amazing. There needs to be room for both, you know? But my I guess, advice for just playing and stuff is it's all about like how you feel when you play, rather than like, it doesn't, even if you're not, you don't think it's like impressive or like technically something, if you feel awesome while playing something, that's like the best. So strive for that. It's like all about the groove.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was kind of long, sorry, but yeah.
No, that's okay. It's just like a lot of people like can't just have just one simple thing, but at least you actually explain behind your advice, and that's a great thing. Can you tell us where to follow you on social media, or if you have anything that's coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. On TikTok now, I'm kind of teaching some lessons because people asked me to explain a video that of something I was playing, and like got an amazing response. So I'm going to be doing more little lessons on like TikTok and Instagram. YouTube, I'm trying to post more on there. I'm on Vero, which is like another social media app. And through them, that's actually how I got connected to Taylor Guitars and have a sponsorship with them, which is amazing. So I'm also possibly trying to work on doing another like Taylor collaboration with like Taylor Guitars for Vero and stuff. So in terms of like stuff coming up, nothing super soon, but in general, I'm just posting a lot. So yeah, lots of guitar grooves on all my platforms.
Yeah, Taylor is actually one of my favorite brands, and that is, to me, I think that is hard to get sponsorship for them. That's a hard to get in, and I was like looking at your profile on Instagram, and I was like, she got endorsed by Taylor. That is hard to get into. Like some of these major companies are so hard to get into. They try everything to challenge ourselves to make us, okay, we need to increase our followings on social media, and if we play for a major artist or anything like that, and endorsements. Whew, that will probably be hopefully the next thing that we probably might talk about on our Tea Talk chats on different episodes. We need to talk about that. But anywho, ladies and gents, like to thank Julia Levin here for joining in with us today, and I get to talk to her, and she's very sweet and nice, and I love her technique and her talent. They're killing it. Make sure you follow her on Instagram and TikTok. Learn some little lesson tips from her from TikTok.
Definitely.
Because I do have TikTok, and I haven't been on there that much, but I definitely want to go on and check yours. But until next episode, guys, I'm Shorny Shorn. Thank you for watching, and make sure you follow us on our social media at Fret Sisters, and check out our website at fretsisters.com. Bye.
Hey, Riff Girl, what you got?